What is up, guys? Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you the full breakdown for the up and coming week. We have the continuation of Guardian games. We also see the introduction of bonus ranks and rewards. And on top of that, we have a full breakdown of all the weekly rituals, so be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below. And remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. We are well on our way to 200k, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay, guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny. This marks week 16 of Season of the Wish, and we have the continuation of Guardian Games All-Star event. Now, Hunters took the dub in week 1. And on top of that, we're also supporting the charity incentive as part of this year's event. So if you haven't had a chance to make a donation and pick up this awesome Guardian Games emblem whilst supporting an amazing cause, then I'll leave all the link and details down in the video description below. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the featured raid challenge for the Crota's End raid. This takes place over at the bridge encounter and is called Precarious Balance. Now, to get this challenge done, Guardians can't step on the bridge whilst it's fully built, so you will need to jump at least halfway as you're making your way across the bridge. Be sure to make sure you enlighten enough players first, but if you and your team can pull this off, then you'll gain access to an additional raid chest and that all-important bonus raid loot. Now, speaking of raids, this moves us onto the featured raid and dungeon content for week 16. The featured raid for this week is the Garden of Salvation. Now, the Garden of Salvation is in a huge need of a rewards update. Aside from that, as the featured raid, it does mean all the raid challenges are available, which is ideal if you're looking to finish your Enlightened seal. And as the raid weapons are not currently craftable from this raid, if you do want to farm a particular weapon drop, then you will be able to repeat the encounters over and over again this week. And as well as that, with more teams running this raid this week, it will be another great opportunity to get those teams together and finish out those divinity runs if you have friends or members of your clan that still don't have this incredible raid exotic. Now, as for the featured dungeon, this can be found over in the Spire of the Watcher. Now, this is a Vex dungeon that takes place over on Mars, has some incredibly unique armor and some absolutely awesome weapons available this week. As the featured dungeon, you will also be able to farm this for Artificer armor, as well as the Hierarchy of Needs, which is the exclusive exotic only available to this dungeon. So if you don't have these amazing weapons, then be sure to jump into Spire this week to get your hands on them. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the featured exotic mission Rotator, and this week's featured mission is the Operation Seraph's Shield. Now, to access this mission, you will need to either own the Witch Queen or Season of the Seraph. Now, Operation Seraph's Shield is the home of the Revision 0, the exotic pulse rifle, which is still craftable. And as well as getting your hands on that, you can also pick up weapons and armor from Season of the Seraph 2. This includes the Fire and Forget, Tripwire Canary, Disparity, Path of Least Resistance, Judgment of Kelgoroth, and the Retrofit Escapade. And as well as those, you even have the Ikelos weapons, including the hand cannon, shotgun, sniper rifle, and a hugely desirable SMG. And on top of all those weapons, you can even pick up the Warmind's Avatar armor set. Now, if you are watching this video upon posting, the Warmind's Avatar armor set is available from Xur, so be sure to pay him a visit if you're just chasing down your armor, especially if you're looking to pick it up just for your transmog collection. Now, next up, we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and the 30th Anniversary Pack activity. Alongside the Scatterhorn armor set from Forsaken, we see the return of the Lightkin armor set from Season of the Splicer. And as always with Splicer armor, we do have the incredible Splicer weapons available this week too, including Chroma Rush, Ignition Code, Grid Skipper, Farewell, Sojourner's Tale, Shattered Scyther, Main Ingredient, Long Shadow, Last Dance, Toil and Trouble, the Wishbringer, and the Last Perdition Pulse Rifle. Now, none of the weapons from Season of the Splicer are craftable, so if you are still chasing god rolls for those, then be sure to jump into Dares this week to get your hands on them. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and we have a returning Nightfall and Grandmaster Nightfall for week 16. This comes in the form of the reworked Lake of Shadows. Now, this does take considerably longer than it used to back in the day, but if you and your team can pull this off, especially with a platinum medal, then you'll be able to get your hands on the Nightfall exclusive reward, which is the Undercurrent grenade launcher. Now, this has a lot of similarities to the Forbearance, except for this weapon, this can be earned outside of raids. Now, to help get your hands on the God roll this week, there's bonus Vanguard ranks all week long, which is ideal if you're looking to earn the ritual weapon and its relevant ornaments if you still haven't earned it this season. And as well as that, you even have bonus Nightfall rewards. It's a perfect opportunity to get the God roll on the Undercurrent and bag yourself a very worthy alternative to one of the best grenade launchers in the game. Now, moving on to the Crucible, we see the continuation of Supremacy alongside Elimination as featured Crucible modes. Now, Supremacy is likely to run throughout the entire Guardian Games event, so if you have any challenges still available that you need to complete for that mode, whether that be for Guardian Games or your seasonal challenges, then you'll have plenty of time to do that over the up and coming weeks. Now, this weekend we'll also see the return of Trials of Osiris, and with that we will see the Summoner Adept return as the featured Adept weapon for this weekend's up and coming event. Naturally, you can pick this up via Trials engrams, but if you plan to farm the Adept version and visit the Lighthouse in the process, then this will be the weekend to do it. And as always, if there's a certain role that you're chasing, then be sure to sound off down in the comments below. Now, to round us out for the week, we're going to move on to the Lost Sector calendar for week 16. This week kicks off over in the Thrilladrome on Neomuna and will be offering exotic helmets. On Wednesday, you can head over to the Guided Precept for a chance at exotic boots. On Thursday, Scavenger's Den will be back, this time though offering exotic gauntlets. And on Friday, with the return of Trials, you can head over to the Skydock instead for a chance at exotic chess pieces. On Saturday, the Quarry will be back, offering exotic helmets. You can round out the weekend over in Aphelian's Rest, which will be offering exotic boots. And to round out the week entirely, on Monday you can head back to the Bay of Drowned Wishes over in the Dreaming City, and this will be offering exotic gauntlets. So as always, if you are still filling out your exotic armor collection, then be sure to plan your week accordingly. And if that's already full, then you can also farm world drop weapons, and there are some well worth chasing. And if you want to check out this calendar in full for yourself, then make sure to do so over in Today in Destiny, and I'll leave the full link to that down in the video description below. So there we have it, guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 16 of Season of the Wish. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump into the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.